Today we are decluttering and organizing my minimalist bathroom. Let's dig in. So this is what we're working with, the before. Honestly, it's not that bad. Just a bit of disorganization in our shared closet. I share with my husband and some of our kids' stuff, and some overstock in the makeup and skincare departments. My secret, I will say, to staying organized is simply owning as little as possible within reason. I'm quite into beauty. On a scale of 1 to Sephora Rouge level, I would say I'm a 7. Let's get into it. I've hoisted myself up on the countertop and I pulled out all of my skincare, including a few things that were hiding back in that closet. Let's start with moisturizer. So I actually have 3 moisturizers and a face oil. I'm gonna put those all in the same category. A lot of these things were gifted, I will say, like this oil, body oil, was a gift from a friend. It's been great. I'm not gonna rebuy it. It has a teeny bit left. I think I'm literally gonna slather it on my legs later today, and I'm decluttering that one. I also have this tallow balm. I feel like tallow balm has been like the concoction of the last year. It's so thick, it's great for winter. Right now, I haven't been reaching for it, but it's just nice. And this one's unopened. It was a gift for my husband for Christmas. I'm gonna save this. So I'm gonna put this in the closet. That will be a little save for later extra / off-season drawer. The next 2, I'm actually gonna keep these out because I use them for different things. I do find with moisturizer that I like to switch things out, kind of like when you switch up your shampoo, like when you're on vacation or at a friend's house and it works so good. I balance these 2 off of each other. This is my holy grail favorite moisturizer. This e.l.f. one is inexpensive, fragrance-free, holy hydration face cream. I use this one 1 to 2 times a day, and then also I use this one 1 to 2 times a day, this Cora Organics one. And I actually got a good deal on all these Cora Organics products that I'm gonna mention because they were on sale because they're getting rid of this extremely glam, not minimal packaging. But what she was doing was these little pods that you could rebuy and insert in here. I don't know if she's still doing the pods, but anyway, I got a deal on this. I'm obsessed with this moisturizer. If you ever want to splurge and you really like minty turmeric and the most buttery moisturizing moisturizer I've ever used in my entire life, I'm obsessed. So I'm gonna hold on to these 2. Let's do my face wash. I only have 1 face wash. This is it right here. I love it. Typically I do the sensitive skin unscented one. It's the most moisturizing face wash I've ever used. It's almost like a moisturizer itself. This one has a strong scent, so bark and chamomile. It's a nice scent. I find that this is like one of my favorite drugstore things of all time. Anyway, I'm gonna hold on to this. That's my face wash. And then next, let's do sunscreens. I have 2 sunscreens right now. I'm also mixing these together a lot. I tried this Kula Dewdrop one. It makes your face have that like really nice pearly sheen. I actually mixed this one with my tinted Elta MD one. If you've never splurged on Elta MD, I highly recommend it. It's a really, really good mineral sunscreen, so it really works. This tinted color is a little funky. It's a little bit bronzy for me being so pale, but I do like mixing the 2 together. It's kind of odd to have 2 of them, but I really do like them in conjunction. It's just what's working for me right now. So I'm gonna hold on to those. Now let's get into kind of some different masks and extra products I have. So they're all from Cora Organics, and I actually am obsessed with this turmeric brightening mask. This is my gateway drug into Cora Organics, like probably 10 years ago. I love it. To me, the sample size, the toiletry size is enough for like a long time. I only use a teeny bit of it. It's a chemical and a like physical exfoliator. I use it once every other week, not a lot. And then I actually got this one with a little like trio that I bought on super sale with the old packaging. That's the only reason I have the extra. So I'm actually going to give this to my friend that's about to have a baby, and a cute little care package. So I'm gonna set that one aside. And then I have these 2 other ones right here. What I highly, highly recommend, they're just pretty good. I'm not going to rebuy these, but it's the Noni Glow Sleeping Mask. And then I have this plant-based retinol. Since I am still breastfeeding, I have not been able to use retinol for years now, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. I think it works pretty good, but it's pretty pricey at the same time. They do run sales anyway. I'm gonna keep these 2 here. And then the last couple of things I have in here, one is these zit stickers. And luckily I haven't been facing too many pimples the last few years in my life. So I'm gonna put these in the closet just because there's something I don't reach for quite as much, and I love not having quite as much like decision fatigue when I'm reaching for things in the morning. I could also put my masks back in the closet, but I think I'm gonna leave them out. It's a pretty big drawer. And then the last 2 things, actually, these are hair care, so they should be in the other section, but I use hair oil so frequently that I keep them with my skincare because I open that drawer the most. And I was just feeling like my hair felt kind of dead on the ends, and I just got it in my mind that I wanted to splurge and get like the best hair oil. I used to use that Jisoo influencer one, the honey one. I swear it is the best product. I just didn't want to like spend too much money on it, and I wanted something like right now. I was just in one of those mindsets. So I went to our really nice boutique beauty shop in town here in Whitefish. It's called Haskell Creek if you're ever in town. And I got this Roz hair oil and Roz milk hair serum. They're both like travel size. These were rated really high on Sephora.com. That's why I bought them. I don't know what's wrong with me and my hair. My hair hates these. It makes my hair frizzy and staticky. Is that the weirdest thing ever? The milk less so, but the oil, they're both highly scented. This one is almost like a hair perfume, and I'm just not into the scents. So I'm gonna let these go. I'm gonna let both of these go. This one's basically done anyway, but this is just not working for my hair, and I'm not gonna hold on to things anymore just because they're expensive and bougie. I don't need this one. I think I'm just gonna get that Jisoo honey one again, or maybe if you guys have a recommendation for drugstore hair oils. I love my hair oils. Let's talk makeup. So I try to keep my makeup contained to this little dish. I like to keep the dish not too many like layers stacked up. Like if it's a tray of nachos, it's one wimpy thin layer. That's the goal. I also often bring my makeup out in my purse in this little bag, and when I travel, I like to keep it to this little bag. Ooh, man down. And yes, right now I feel like I have a little bit too much, like 15 to 20% more than I like to keep. I always play around with makeup. Like I'm always trying on different stuff, especially from e.l.f. and Wet n Wild. Any drugstore products just to kind of figure out what colors and consistencies I like. So I'm gonna show you the stuff I like right now and let a few things go. Let's start with base products. So actually, the powder I have is this e.l.f. powder. It's great, but I just am running out now, and I ordered a new one from e.l.f. that's coming tomorrow. It's like the flat one, you know, the pressed powder. So I'm gonna let this one go. It's also a bit boxy. Like I really like compact packaging. That's a big thing for me. Okay, next we have concealers. I actually have two concealers. One of my things is missing a lid. My little one-year-old was playing in my makeup earlier. He's often pulling off lids and like squishing products. Another reason not to have expensive products. Okay, I have these two NYX concealers. One is this Bare With Me Concealer Serum. It's not that serum-y, like it's not that liquidy, but I do like it. I find it really great. I'm gonna rebuy this one. And then this one is the Correcting Concealer. They also have it in all those different colors for coloring up different like spots and things happening on your face. I prefer having a little thing that rolls out. I used to use a Bare Minerals one for many years, which was quite a splurge for me. It was like $22, and that's the one that I'd buy. I like that it's quicker and like really easy. This one's too dry for me. I really prefer products that are made for more dry skin these days. So the serum works for me. So I'm gonna let this one go, even though I've only used it maybe 15 times. Finish this one out and then order a new one. I'm gonna stick with the NYX Bare With Me. Next, let's do lip products. These are all my lip products right here. I've been really into the felt tip liners. I've been loving this red one by CoverGirl, Outlast Lip Stain. It's really great, and I pair it with this Poppy Red Flower Beauty lipstick. This is like my statement-y one. I'm actually wearing it now without the lip liner and just like a little bit of lip balm on top, more buffed out. Anyway, I do love the Poppy Red, like a bright spring color. And then I'm looking still for like a nude pencil that I like. I got the same CoverGirl pencil in more of a rosy nude, but it turned out to be more like an essence of wine in the nude, and it just like makes my skin look really dead. So I'm gonna let this one go, even though I haven't had it that long. I'm not loving it. And then I have a chapstick and this Laneige Sleep Mask. To me, they basically do the same thing. They were both gifts. I'm gonna let the chapstick go because I do prefer the sheen of the Laneige. Next, we've got the blushes and bronzers of the world. My husband got me this really nice carrot colored one, which is interesting. I'm wearing it right now. Such a fancy brand. I don't know if it's my favorite color ever, but I'm gonna hold on to this one. It just like sparks joy, as they say. And then I recently bought, I don't like this product, this Physicians Formula Butter Glow and Go. It just smells cheap and funky, and I know some of their cocoa butter like bronzers have that smell to them. I like that smell, but this one smells artificial in a weird way. And even though it's okay, it's just like not the bronzer for me. I do want to invest in this more expensive one that one of you guys recommended. I'm just not quite there. I'm not a big bronzing lady all the time. I just embrace the pale. So I'm gonna let go of this. And then moving on to pencils. I have these three pencils here. I actually just started doing eyeliner again.
I did a little bit of a smoked out brown wing on the top of my eye, and then I did a little bit of tight lining where you just kind of like dig it into the bottom of the lashes on the underline to give the appearance of a thicker lash line, and I'm into it. I'm getting back into my makeup era, but I've been using this Revlon Color Stay eyeliner in brown. I like it, so I'm gonna keep that. And then I have my eyebrow pencil here. It's the Wet n Wild 1 Ultimate Brow Retractable Brow Pencil. It's the one I'm into, and I actually lost that one for a while and grabbed one at the dollar store in between. I don't love the dollar store one, so I'm gonna let the dollar store one go. And then eyeshadow, I just have one eyeshadow right now. It's this little e.l.f. one. Is it the most finely milled thing ever? No, but it's this beautiful shimmering gold, and I just did a quick little wipe across my eye today, and that's what I've been wearing, and I can lay it on a little bit thicker, like I laid it on thick for a wedding recently, so I'm gonna keep that. Almost through the makeup. My mascara, my eyelash curler, I'm gonna keep these. I'm obsessed with the Maybelline Snapscara, although it is being discontinued. This is probably like my last bottle of it. If you have any favorite, I always say this, but the tubing mascaras, I've heard the Thrive Market one is really good, but I don't wanna just get Thrive Market to get that mascara. Maybe I'll ask a friend that does Thrive Market if they can get me one and I can Venmo them, because I really wanna try that one. My friend just mentioned it in her like email newsletter. Anyway, yes. My one makeup brush, I use that, the kabuki style. And I will say I got this highlighter. I'm not a highlighter gal, but I've become one. It was also on sale on the Cora Organics website, and it's just crushed up rose quartz, like actual rose quartz. I love that it's a creamy highlight. It just looks balmy and cool. I don't think that's showing up, but I do have like a little bit here. Maybe I'll add a little bit more. Yeah, you can see that. And then a little bit on my nose. And I just like that it's not sparkly, and I love that it's actual rose quartz. Like I just feel like glamorous of the earth, natural woman. So that's that. And then the very last thing I have is just refills of my little eyelash curler, and I don't know why I have these out with my makeup. I'm gonna put them away with my extra little tallow balm in the closet. So that's the makeup. Let's move on to hair care. For hair care, I don't have a lot to declutter. To be honest, I just went through this drawer. It mostly just needs a little bit of organizing. I like to keep about 10 hair ties, about a half pack of bobby pins, my hairbrush. I do have a couple claw clips right now. I'm into the claw clips. I did just buy a pack of these little flower ones right here, and I'm into the flower. I got a 3-pack, and I actually gave 2 away to my son's preschool teacher for her and her daughter. Sometimes if I want something and it's in a pack, like you don't have to keep it all. You can let the other pieces of the package go. But other than that, for my hair care products, I have a heat protectant hairspray and a mousse, 1 headband, some dry shampoo, and then often I use this little spray bottle with water and conditioner. For my own hair when I'm trying to style it, most often for my son's hair when he has tangles, I'll really like douse it. It has a ton of conditioner in it, kind of like my own detangling spray, and I'll use that on his hair probably every other day. So we're gonna organize this one. And then down here is my drawer with all of my hot tools. I have a hair dryer, a big barrel curling iron, and then a smaller one. I really only use the big barrel and the hair dryer. My hair is a bit too long, at least for me, to use the skinny one right now, but I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm pretty impulsive with the hair. We'll see how long it lasts long. But what I want to let go of this drawer is this diffuser right here. I really don't reach for it. Sometimes I do embrace the wavy and do a little drying, but I can do that with my fingers. Like our hands can be a diffuser if we want. It's not like I'm doing like a curly girl routine all the time, so I really don't need it there. And then I don't know how this perfume got in here. This is one I haven't decluttered, but that I rarely use just because, again, of the little ones similar to the retinol, trying to like stay away from toxins when I can. And I know perfumes are just like so intense and many people are sensitive to them, including babies. When I wear it, I feel like so hot and summery and whimsical. It's the Lolia, I don't know the exact number of it. I'll put it up on the screen, but it's my favorite scent. When I go on a date night and I'm not with my littles, I do like to wear it and I feel so fabulous. So I think I actually want to put this out, maybe as a decoration out on the counter. I haven't been displaying things much, but it's feeling a little cold in here. And I think I'm gonna put this up because it doesn't have a good home elsewhere. But yeah, let's wrap up those cords in a little bit, but that's what I have for hair stuff. Now down under my sink, I keep next to nothing down here. There's some items that I frankly, forgot about. Like this is an old shampoo I didn't really love. Dustin used it for a little bit. I'm not gonna keep that anymore. I'm gonna let that go. And I actually kept I love these Kristen S shampoo and conditioners. I kept them in the shower and would refill these from the big Costco ones. But now I have the pump ones in there. It just makes more sense. It's easier to get it out, especially when I'm showering with the baby, which is often how I wash them. So I'm gonna empty these out into the pump ones and get rid of these little bottles. This is the end of a toner. I thought maybe I'd reach for it in the future, and I just haven't ever since. I kind of got over it, so I'm gonna let that go. Extra razor heads, I accidentally threw out the razor base for these because I didn't realize I had these. So I'm gonna put these away back in the closet, store them somewhere, and I'm gonna get this razor again, because right now I just have a one-time use one. And then a few little lady products. I do like these little minty pads, LOL, my menthols. This tampon, I think we had a bloody nose in the house recently. I am not using these right now, TMI, but I'm breastfeeding, so boop, gonna get rid of the tampon, hold on to these. I don't wear them a lot, but sometimes you just wanna have a little extra down there. A long day, we're gonna be out on the town. Sometimes I like to do a little underwear change midday to have a fresh pair on, you know, I've got a sweaty buns going. And these for me like are that on the fly. It's like wear it out the day, pull it out, you basically have fresh underwear on. Is that TMI? But that's what I use these for, days like those. And then as far as the actual shower goes, we just have this one tiny shelf in the corner, and then we can also fit stuff on top of here. So like I said, I have my shampoo and conditioner, and then we all use this Cetaphil like ultra gentle body wash. It does have a scent, I will say, but it works for us. My husband likes it. I'm not very picky about body washes. And then we have one little soap that we use on the baby that's a little more sensitive skin. And then we keep our razors up there. We keep it minimal in the shower. Oh, and Paw Patrol toys, of course. We have the pup tower, we've got a semi truck. Got to keep the little ones entertained while they're showering. Let's move on to the closet now. I'm gonna start by pulling all the bins out. I used to have them very well organized into different categories, sunscreens, travel toiletries, things like that. And things are just kind of blending together. Also, I glanced inside and there's way more stuff I need to declutter than I realized. The baby's awake also, you can probably hear him in the background. So I'm gonna do this more rapid fire montage style. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. Sunscreen bin, a little bit left. I love this little travel sport one. It's so convenient for just throwing in your bag, like going to the park when your kids are just out in the sun a little too long. Don't love the formula, but love the size. I think I'm gonna get more minis for the summer versus the giant ones. I'm over my Super Goop. I've had this one for like a year and a half. I haven't used it all up. There's only a smidget left. I don't like the feeling of like silicone-like primer into the pores. I'm gonna let that go. Oh, a little hair prepper. This is my travel size hair heat protectant. I'm gonna hold on to this one. I'm gonna put it into the toiletry section. Sunbum, my husband. Mini baby sunscreens. My husband got this with our soap. We buy this California baby one that he swears by. These are a bunch of little tubes. So I'm gonna hold on to those. Whoa. I don't love that there's so many, but we're gonna use them this summer. The one I've been loving is this Copper Tone Pure and Simple Stick. This has been my favorite little thing, SPF 50. It's so fast on the face. I've been using it for me and the kid. It has a slight cocoa smell, but I like it. Extra flosses. These are a lot of the ones from the dentist. Do I start telling our dentist I don't want that little bag to go? I don't need all the travel size things. I'm gonna keep the one that we like, the gliding one, the satin floss, and the other ones, they kind of hurt my gums. These are for travel more, so I still wipe down the airplane, Vaseline. That's a good travel one. I'm gonna make a travel bin. My sunscreen and my travel toiletry bin have mixed and converged. Let's keep going. Next is what was supposed to be the travel one. Little Purell wipes. They've been floating in our closet for a couple years. We can let them go. Extra toothbrush. These little flossers, I'm gonna save those for the travel bins. I think those are good. Dustin will use those. An old container of lotion, kind of an old mysterious one. I'm gonna let that go. Mini tissues, keeping. These little flossers, I bought these for a stocking. They work really good on the kids' teeth. Well, our one kid has teeth. It's hard getting in there with your whole hand in their tiny mouth, and these make it easier to floss. So I'm gonna bring these downstairs to where my son brushes his teeth. And then one last Rogue toothbrush from the dentist. It's too loose to like give to a guest when they come. It's just been floating in the closet in these bins collecting dust, so I'm gonna let this one go too. We just always use our electric ones. We don't need these ones. Next bin, this is kind of a me miscellaneous bin. This hydrating lotion is all used up. I used it in the winter on my feet. This is my Sensual Body Mist face spray, and it has a very light scent. I love it. I'm gonna put it in my like use it only sometimes pile. Husband's old razor, I'm gonna move that to dust and stuff. A little charger for the toothbrushes, it doesn't go there. Some clippers, this originally was the nail bin. We're gonna make it into the nail bin again. Some hand sanding, I'm gonna put that with travel stuff. And then lastly, my one nail polish. This one's a Flower Beauty, really like nude iridescent one. And my nail files, I'm gonna declutter about half of these that are really well used. I just wrapped up all the final touches. It's a couple hours later. I want to say I worked on this for 3 hours today. Like it definitely wasn't a cakewalk. I was also caring for my 1-year-old at the same time. So I'm kind of tired, but we did a lot. I just, again, polished everything up, tied up all those loose ends. I want to mention a few other things before I sign off and do those final drawer shots. And one of the methods I use to not like overstuff my place is I don't fill up all the drawers. So of these drawers right here, I had toothbrushes, hot tools, and then these middle ones, I don't keep anything in the middle ones at all. And same with the ones back here, those 3 are also empty. And you saw my drawers aren't too full and the closet's not bad. Well, you saw the before shots. You're gonna see the after very, very shortly. Then I wanted to show you guys my little discard bin right here. It's a lot of like empty packaging, products we're no longer using, and some of them are just like pieces of sets we don't need. For instance, I bought these like microfiber towels for the pool and the lake. They came in these little pouches. I was thinking I'd use them for something else. I'm not gonna use them. So I'm gonna sort this stuff, donate some of it to the thrift store, and then ditch the rest, get rid of it responsibly. But that's what I have for that. The bathroom has been decluttered, it's been organized. I ended up not putting my perfume bottle on top of the counter. I always think I want to put things out and then I just end up putting everything away. I like the counters almost completely clear. I did put the flowers right here, but even these, they'll stay for like a day or two and then they're gone. How I feel about clutter generally and owning less, you can see it's boring and hollow, like there's literally an echo in this room. But for me, life itself is so chaotic and crazy. So if my bathroom's already at like a 6 when it comes to like clutter and just like general chaos and dust and dirtiness, and then my kids come in and the day gets stressful and it gets to like a 12, if I had started at a 0, we'd only be at like a 6 or a 7. I don't know if that math is mathing, but basically I want things at a 0 as far as like being as simple as possible. This like really nice calm base. When things eventually get wild, like things do get messy. You saw in my closet, things weren't organized organized anymore by section. Like that just happens over time. That's life. That's living with like multiple people in a house. Not everyone with the exact same priorities. And even myself, I'm not always putting things back perfectly. I kind of forget what's happening. It's really nice to have a reset. And today was a reset. And I'm always surprised how amazing it feels at the end of a declutter. I always say that and it cracks me up. Like before I start, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it and it's gonna be about the same. But every time I do it, it's so impactful in such a crazy way that it's just the best thing ever. So the bathroom's looking really, really nice. I hope you had fun watching this video, and if you like enjoyed it and you want to see more, I have a lot of decluttering videos. I have so many. Also, if you didn't catch my last 2 videos, I did more style videos, basically having more minimalist approach when it comes to trends, fashion. I did like a Met Gala hair one, and I did a summer 2025 trends, trying to make them out of my own closet and thrifted stuff. So just getting thrifty and DIY and being sustainable, but also like loving beauty and fashion. That's what's happening here on the channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I would love to have you here. I'm looking forward to making some great content all summer long. See you then. Bye. Do you like my theme song? I like my theme song. I'm listening to it in my head.